And of course, they're illegally on all of my stuff. And for years, I don't think everyone looks good in red lipstick. I do, though. I won't give away all my secrets. Of course, I always do that, of course, in the car. And I don't really wear it to church. And then, of course, in our icons, we're not supposed to wear lipstick or perfume if we kiss an icon at church. And our perfume could get too close to our priest. So this is from yesterday. And, of course, well, it won't let me populate any of them. Just like that, right on time, I'm going to, take a walk because it's good for my everything. So, watch and religious bracelet. And of course, one of Elon Musk bugs or whatever, and I don't like saying bugs or anything, it's right there. It was right in here. And then I crawled strategically down here, timing is everything. And with my little girls' underwear, size 10 to 12, whatever brand this is, that says, and I have it on the back of the underwear in caps, it says, keep away from fire. Who's that for? And once again, I do not believe, it's not my fault or the Stewart Arms. And this place inside is way nicer than many condos, but I'll keep it in my own back balcony on the east side than 25 DRT. And I was and am, their perfect robot, because through Scott Randall Centers, they've already infiltrated much of me and my animals. Happy Wednesday. So just like that, right on time, I'm going to, take a walk. Of course, that's going to let me go to the next one. I got my drink and my two-step, It's on, I'm on. Get the liquor and tell my friends, come on. Hey, AA meetings. I was still laughing at that hysterically, December, January, when their toxins were still in me. I got my drink. I'm going to make these shorter because, of course, they're illegally on all of my technology and everything else. So I've walked up and down here with both of my service dogs. Agape was in her stroller. And last year over there and 2 years ago, right on the corner, there was, it wasn't a husky or a pomsky, big with blue eyes. And this woman would always come out when Happy and I were around, always with her dog, and it would lunge. I wasn't scared. And then, of course, he had walking issues then. And I've seen her recently always walking by, our public street when I'm around. And then I got some really good information, just like with a different LVMPD officer when I secured little Randall back. Now that did motivate me to look for him. And then some stupid, I love Marin too, this jealous person that I've known for 3 years of high school now has up there some fake AI on social media, Bobcat. It doesn't look like Kalamata. So when my mother decided to move us, we weren't sure about Marin, but what it did, I went over to their house before high school, before sophomore year. All facts. And the next summer, I went to the beach a lot, and I highlighted my hair myself and started wearing better makeup because I wore, I think, blue mascara, which wasn't bad, in Arlington, Virginia at Yorktown High School. So then everybody noticed me, and then people said, are you new to school? No, I've been here for over a year now. So I go there, and there's four, the same age as me, and they're asking me if I've ever had sex and that they've taken showers with... Once that was twins. People, boyfriends or not, and I felt really uncomfortable. That was in Kentfield, California. So my mother and I moved to Larkspur, and then my grandfather bought her an expensive house on Lucky Drive right there in Marin. Now, it was Greenbrae, but it switched to Corte Madera for zoning. So look at them inching up and everything, right? After law and all of this stuff. I don't know if this is bad or not, right? Free loop, okay. I don't want to take that. Then there's Happy Nice 7-Eleven. Does this affect... it affects their outcome. I shouldn't be on the street. And I'm all that. Sorry, my stomach's not completely really fat. Did you like me better, skinnier, tweaked out on your shit? I was always sober, though. Ask Scott Centers and his richer partners that he wanted to be a perm partner with. We're revolutionized AI for Mayor Shelley. Very funny. Everything she's doing to me is illegal. It's not AI. Wait. Denine Musiki Tora. I love this place. Woo. Weird, right? Why are you smoking so close to the door? Now, the person I think that I care about is most upset with me is my stepmother. So my street performances are getting more conservative. Museum in Stewart. Don't overthink.
See for Christ.
It's busier than usual. Very funny.
C for crime. Very funny. Not me, though.
This woman had a fake UK accent and she said she was 70. Can you do some splits like Debbie Reynolds down our lobby at the Regency Towers? It was way prettier then, at least on pictures. We had winding staircases and everything. And like I was saying, who would move into a building because of who lived in there? Well, I wouldn't. And they did a 50th anniversary Golden Jubilee at our Regency Towers to sell units. Nobody wants to buy in there. And then, with respect, everyone who does buy one, they end up trying to sell it. How's Scott Randall? And another thing, Claire White used the word alleged and pronounced it right in context. So we've got so many words floating around, at least in local news here and across, the world.
The globe.
Can't get it right. I'll keep it local for now. I can pretty much tell in a second when a bad gay man is fronting. Now, women, I'm not so sure. It is still hard to comprehend that Scott Randall Centers is gay, but the way he moved his food, I can't explain it. He would like tap it around with his fork lightly, and it just bugged me. And like I keep saying, not right now because I get really somber and sober in the old English definition of that, how he could do all of this, right? And is he off the payroll? It's just business. So he's out there in Central Time in Fayette, Alabama, or Barry, and I had no idea he had started the Alabama Newswire earlier than November 2023, and that's when we officially moved there. Now, the WSFG.com website I made. Now, it wasn't a lot, but I paid for it. It was a U.S. Air Force stock video, and it still says coming soon, and the logo, it wasn't my favorite at all. I didn't like just the flag. That's what he wanted. He now has that on the Alabama Newswire. I do not want to go back to Alabama, but I do need all my shit.
You can check Jackson Kimbrell's LinkedIn with Scott Center's recommendation.
Somebody call 911 or the fire department. You're going the wrong way. Are you pretending to be someone really struggling with addiction? F you. I don't talk like that. Somebody call 911 or the fire department. You're going the wrong way. Are you pretending to be someone really struggling with addiction? F you. I don't talk.
Fox, ABC, CW, can you hear me? Vice News, HBO, can you hear me?
They are. Throughout local, right? Local first. So some guy is zipping down here on an electric scooter. It looks new. I looked at it for not long. A lot of clothes on. It's at least 90 or 95 degrees. With this lit cigarette in his mouth. So the speed, I don't know, of the electric scooter. He's on the whole thing. And just how stupid it is. So of course we've got two Scott, I went to Fremont. That took a big...
My apologies.
So, of course, we've got, two underpasses. That was at Scott, I went to Fremont. Now, I took a picture and sent it to Scott Centers. I thought it was cute at this time last year almost. No, it was before I was feeling really bad. So, he wouldn't walk. Happy, I love him so much, it wasn't our fault. Walk for mommy, walk for mommy. I don't call my animals, but I did do it then. Does Maria Athens sound like Maria Centers getting into any of these for our now president or vice president's rallies? And they were all here looking at me. Somebody named LaTanya, LaToya, the RVJ2 people, and the black one was trying to act cool to me in the elevator and stuff. And so green air in this one because of whoever
statistics,
will illegally
the
intoxicated by hair conditioner, shampoo, or whatever.
Oh, my hair was green because somebody intoxicated my shampoo inside our condo. I don't know if Scott was in town. I don't think so.
Now, I interviewed a John Lee here, right over here, and the lighting was good, and I paid for parking right back there on Stewart. And, my boss asked me if I would do it. I said, okay. And the lighting came out good and everything. And I read up about him, not a lot, for like 10 minutes. So he used to be, I believe, according to my Google interface, the Democratic mayor of North Las Vegas, but he loved DJT. I'm in a red dress, and of course I'm in, this necklace. C for center, C for Christ.
In crime, not me though.
My hair looks good and everything, it was straight. Now, when you do everything by yourself, wanting to, and organically, and then when people tamper with my teleprompter I bought myself from Amazon, I bought too, and so much more.
The other one's in Alabama.
The Plaza.
202 2nd Avenue Southeast, Cross Street, MLK 35555.
I think it's the one where you take your bra off and leave it. So coming soon. Now, I've never been to one of these. I think it's the one where you take your bra off and leave it. So coming soon, hogsandheifers.com, okay, .com, and they're very funny. Is our local Las Vegas jail. Very funny. And we've got Brugeilles Inn, which reminds me of ones in Alaska. Now, I've never been to one. It's Greek American time. Mail ballot drop off. Mail ballot drop off. Shelly! Ethan! Mayor Burke squared. Neither are my type. And everything she's doing local is totally illegal. Watching everything I say, infiltrating my tech and myself and everything. How's Brian Greenspun's staff? Is News 8 Now watching me? Are you mail-in ballot? Yeah! It didn't really, relatively speaking, take me that long to get over Scott Randall Centers. And we were together for years with all of his abuse. Oh, I'm so tough and masculine. Oh, and all the, you never know how strong you are until you have to be. There's some truth in it. How's my outfit of the day? And little Randall loves LVMPD, the good ones.
Look at him.
It didn't really, relatively speaking, take me that long to get over.
It's right in front of CCDC,
Was
facing
Kamala
Starbucks.
prideful and proud about our fake homeless epidemic crisis? Somebody left their prescription bottle. It's orange, smooth like skipping. And they say, these people have no ethical or moral compass. I did think all police officers were good.
I did.
Up until, I don't even know, last fall. Happy summer.
Maybe not APD, and I would like to add, I organically met some really good community connects yesterday walking, and we were passing Clark County Detention Center. I don't say CCDC. We were walking north, and southbound was a paid low bottom, stalker, and he had a pit bull type mix. Now it looked sweeter because usually I can tell the body language. And so then when he said he eats a lot of peanut butter. From where? Was it smooth or chunky? Was it organic? Did it have oil in it? What brand was it? Jiffy, Skippy, Whole Foods?
Now, of course, my mail-in ballot went to, well, my permanent address. And I came in here, and I went to the bathroom, and my hair was really short, and I wasn't making fun of it. And I saw a form here that I still have. And this is all because of Scott Centers, where it says something about registered entities. That's a good one. Passport application renewal. Oh, yeah. And now it's an essential service to get passports in Southern Nevada, please. Passport fees. I know where mine is. No, there was one about changing name. Certificate of assumed or fictitious name. And there's good people in here. Free Safi. And then people marry themselves.
Marry a tree or something. At least a Daily Mail UK.
Where does it go? Oh. Let me get a better one. No, I like it. I don't think. Wait, how do I get it to my phone now?
I like that. Now, the first one was the best, take one, but then I didn't save it in time or send my phone number for an SMS text or my email. So this was, I don't know, take 6 or 7 probably. Very funny, I know. And there was, yeah, it came out good. Of course, my roots are showing.
My stepmother is my permanent motivation for not, well, dancing on the streets. She, like I said, will not speak to me, and I understand why. Handicap, right? So I have Bell's palsy, permanent recovered alcoholism. It's not going to work, I know. It's not going to work, and it's Wednesday. So that's when my community friends are here, I think. Yes.
I got this. Oh, the Fremont Street Experience. Drinking promotes freedom of speech, Las Vegas. Is that a bomb cloud? I'll let you use the real word. Atomic bomb. Very funny.
Like this, it said he can't pull out. Look at, I would never put you on my show. It's Guy.
Is that Circa? Parking lot, I think.
Guy. Come on, Yellow Ram. I need a big yellow.
I don't even know what that means.
Look at this place. Look. Welcome to the city of Las Vegas. Thanks to, well, a lot in part me and my 3 service animals.
I almost made it.
Like this is that he can't. There are no words.
Goodman's, Mayor Goodman's.
Watch the boys, watch the girls go by.
Parking meter. I don't think you can park there, though.
Is this a Beach Boys?
It's at the crosswalk.
No words. Girls watch the boys, watch the girls go by. Is this a Beach Boys or I don't know?
I'm not putting the Beach Boys down. I don't even know who they are.
What is this fine specimen? We've just got so much going on right here. No words, audio, or visual needed, but this. 7-Eleven backdoor Little Happy. Lil Randall, Agape, Kalamata, and myself. What is this?
And I'm shaking a little because I've had 2.5 cups of coffee and I don't have any food in here. Thank you.
Where's Mayor Shelley? Where's
Nevada.gov.
Up and silent in me, but deadly. Where's Mayor Shelley? Where's Mayor Shelley? Watching my every move, totally illegally, on the down low. Button mash. I didn't even know what that was. Ew.
I think that's on a computer or phone, right? A big screen.
Now my ex-best friend, she's Greek, 100%. When people asked if she was mixed black and white, she hated it. And she would talk about, one time somebody asked me on the Marin County bus.
Go near transit.
I was kind of flattered.
I was in Marin.
You know, I was kind of flattered. And, oh, please. Yeah, last call, all Athens all the time. And then when people called her SJP, she really would get mad. But I assured her she looks nothing like that. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I'm good.
He said, that's my girl from Alaska. I'll take it.
Kickstand. Now, I remember when these came out in New York City, they were city bikes, I think. And they were blue and white. And they made, well, driving and walking and getting on the subway more challenging. Of course, some are missing, so. And then what if you get a flat tire? RTC said you have to have an app or something.
Scott, say Maria!
Unlimited 60-minute rides for 365 days. $4 per 60 minutes for rides over 60 minutes, $125. Explorer Pass, $15 Dasher Pass, $5 unlimited 30-minute rides in a 24-hour period, $40 per 30 minutes for rides over 30 minutes. Explorer Pass, I already said that. Unlimited 6-minute rides, Explorer Pass, $15. It doesn't matter. Tips and rules, connect to the RTC Bike Share app.
Oh yeah. I'm not for sale.
For 8 years and counting now, fabulous Las Vegas ashtray, and of course, I've talked about this, and there's coffee in it.
Coffee's
$3.99, but it's on the back side or the right side. So microwave safe, hand wash only. But you can put hot water in it for tea or cafe or hot water and lemon, zesty. Limoni, Center Well. Love the Regency Towers. Green spun and all. Well, bottom to top and pyramid.
Welcome to fabulous right now, Las Vegas. Drive carefully. Come back soon. Thanks for visiting Nevada. One hit wonder here. Not really a mirror selfie person that I ever share.
So this is a good one. I always, when I was in my late teens, had to hear about that someone's friends in their age group, they were older than me, in their mid to higher 20s, slept with him.
Gavin Newsom.
And then there was all over newspapers, and I Googled it maybe last year or maybe the year before. He was passed out or drunk in a car. I don't know what his political position was.
He's a party, or was.
Because I'm 47. And I don't even know, I didn't live in Marin.
I never partied with him, so don't
passed out in the car with cocaine and everything. Now that's gone. It also said, San Francisco Chronicle, I'm almost positive, that, now Governor Gavin Newsom went to rehab for a couple weeks, and then I read in recent times, last summer, that he moved to Sacramento, but his new wife and kids, I don't know who his original wife is or was, or how many times he's been married. Not to say people that get divorced, for the right and or wrong reasons, if you know what I mean, if they have to get married 3 or 4 times. Now, Scott Center said he was married 3 times, which brings us to 4 engagements, including myself. And Scott Center's disgusting. So Governor Newsom lives in Sacramento, and his kids and new wife, the freshest wife, lives in Ross. That is the most richest, territory of Marin County. Now, I can walk there or ride a bike from my mother's house very fast. It's not on the water. But then, or is it Belvedere within Tiburon in Marin County? That's on the water. So I wasn't going to open this because it was a product from real Mexico, and it's honey and sugar. But it was a gift, and I also got these donated to where I live right now. And the oven's working, so I didn't eat that much today, and as we know, many of us know, they illegally wouldn't let me renew my food stamp card, SNAP, Homings Nevada EBT, because they said, and I will repeat myself, C for Christ, and they didn't read. Then I walked there, as many of us know, I think it was 700 North Rancho Drive, but then it was at a different location, kind of across the street. They didn't, because I filled out all of the paperwork again, and they didn't read it or scan it or anything, and said that, well, I don't have any disabilities or any dependents.
And housing of the animals. One of the individuals that was charged is believed to be an illegal immigrant, and that information is being followed up on.
And like I've said with respect, I don't know how any of this works.
This was really good.
I don't know how any of this works, but one, I don't know, little area of RT25D, I don't understand the process, like with respect, why this is taking so long to put away Scott Randall Center's The One and Only. I'm not complaining.
This was really good, and I remembered. So Kokari, which I actually worked at for 3 times, and then I didn't work there anymore during my, what was a hard year, not all of it, moving back from Athens, Greece, and then I ended up in Marin County with Kalamata, and Agape. Lawsuits against Kokari were filed. Kokari Asiatorio, that's 200 Jackson at front in the financial district close to the water in San Francisco. But I never signed them because I wouldn't do that. So the owners probably know that. But Maria Athens.
I think they got sent to my mom's house and she sent them to me in New York or something.
I don't want to forget this. So when I was at Helen Vine Detox for 30 days the first time, and the next time was 13 days for alcohol poisoning and the whole thing, my mother wouldn't tell me where Agape and Kalamata-gatoula were. Then when I got out of there, and it was voluntary, of course, I was reunited with them, and my mother told me that Kalamata, one of her friends, was watching her, but Kalamata was acting too tough or something. So then they put Kalamata-gatoula on their top balcony of my mother's bedroom, my old bedroom. I'm not stuck in the past or stuck in high school or any of that stuff. I'd been turned into, well, my mother and Marc's bedroom, and they sleep, last time I was there, always in a full bed, which is pretty small if you were them, or anybody really, without animals. So my mother's room, because I was on the water side, well, the master bedroom with a 2-sink.
The north side.
Bathroom and shower and all of that. It's actually 3 rooms if you think about it. So that would turn into Marc Brugeilles from Lyon, France, is art painting studio, art gallery, and he makes burnt gold paints or orders them, and real animal, I guess, carcasses for his canvases. My grandfather's trust pays for that, my grandmother's. So they put Kalamata-gatoula out there. So I always thought about that too. And it was a very damp and cold December 2017 in Marin County, at least in San Rafael and Larkspur, Green Bay, that area. So I can just imagine the torture, because she was on the streets, and it never leaves her. So she was overweight. So anytime naturally she wanted to eat, she would wake me up early, usually around 5:30 or 6:30, and she wouldn't cry, but normal cry. I'd always get up and feed her, because they say if you're starving, then it always stays with you. So imagine these sick, like him painting and Kalamata-gatoula looking through the window, because it's a sliding glass, looking through the window, and they left her out there with her litter box, and yes.
And I will repeat myself, for those 30 days, and I'll get to the next time I went to Helen Vine Detox, someone brought their service dog. I did not know where they were for 30 days. And at night, it was so hard to block it out. Now, the second time I went, I got really blocked out here. And Scott Centers flew in, he said, from Alaska. So he's there crying at this old couch left from the dead woman he said he bought it from. And it was under where our TV is in our bedroom, ex-bedroom. He's crying, saying, "You've destroyed me. You're going to kill me. You're going to kill me. And you've taken all my money." So I gave him $60,000 from my mutual fund for, at the time, Seattle 6, a low-power TV station. He said, "I have been to Seattle with him to see his racehorses, but I've never seen Seattle 6. Although we did drive to Seattle downtown, and it was pretty, it really was, where the tower was." I gave him $60,000. Now, my father started that for me when my parents got separated, and he put a little bit of money at a time. At 25, I could have taken his name off of it so I wouldn't ask for his permission, which also makes, and I didn't, which also makes no sense because I didn't need to. I did think about, I wasn't going to do it, pay off my Seton Hall student loan with the money. But then and another thing too, my grandmother and grandfather got me the savings bonds when I was little, along with, they got me some, I'm the oldest cousin. And so when I left my one and only husband and I was in a foreign country in Athens, Greece, I cashed them out early so they didn't matriculate. And the whole thing, and my mother would never help me. Now I'm talking about my mother, but she is a criminal too. She's so disgusting. So when the second time I went to Helen Vine, Scott Centers flew me there for the day, rented a car, dropped me off, and I did think at the time, the whole thing, and I only stayed for 13 days because I didn't have my animals or whatnot. And he flew back to get me, and Agape and Kalamata-gatoula Athens were right here at the Regency Towers in 25D with little Randall. And there was a gentleman that worked there, and he was, upper crust Marin, I'm not putting that down. And we had a conference called Scott Centers on one phone, and he was saying I needed to stay longer, which is probably another ploy of Annette Teresa, criminal Bowman. And and then the first time I went, I needed to go. And then the second day I said, because you could have county beds, and then it was full, but I think she's dead now, and Nancy Norelli called Teresa Bowman. They worked together and with Hal Brown. How do I remember this? Because I remember a lot of stuff. So then they got me a county bed, and I had a California driver's license. But but only for like 2 days. So then I said to Teresa, you haven't charged me. And she's like, sit down and shut up. And I thought she was really cool. Now I needed to write a letter, to Scott Centers, because at that time he was only my boss, the COO of Your Alaska Link Coastal Television, that's Fox, ABC, and the CW statewide, pre-Newsnet. The printer wouldn't work and all of this stuff. And we sent it to the HR Melody Blankenship. Now I called a couple months ago asking about Latrell, and she told me F you, Maria. So how's Zobia Kennedy and all of them? Angie Kearns, Kyle Kozlowski, all of them, Mike Lucarelli, all of our on-air staff, along with Newsnet and just so many more. Happy Thirsty Thursdays. Very funny. And so I bought this too from the same jeweler. I actually got this one after one of the little emeralds is missing. So I've been in contact with the company. I have to mail it to them. And this is too big. And we all know about this. Reporting live from Las Vegas, I'm Maria Athens, and I've lost FOMO, right, for my own life.